Nothing has made quite a name for itself in a very short period of time, despite the fact that it only released its first product less than 2 years ago. Of course, having names like OnePlus's Carl Pei attached to it helps, but its provocative marketing, competitive pricing, and unique designs have also helped it stand out from the increasingly crowded true wireless ANC headphones crowd. It is now back with the successor to its first product, as well as the introduction of the Ear 2. It introduces a number of enhancements, including a level of personalization that its predecessors lacked. How do they fare in testing, considering their low price of $149? If you're familiar with nothing, you'll recognize that the Ear 2 differs from other earbuds on the market, to some extent, at least. They retain the stem design popular among true wireless headphones, led by the AirPods Pro 2, with a selection of different-sized silicone earbuds to keep them comfortably in place. You won't find a knockoff white plastic finish here. Nothing's transparent designs are its calling card, and this is reflected in the Ear 2. That begins with the case, which is completely transparent from the top so you can see your buds charging. A thumb-shaped dip in the case top adds grip and tactility, while an exposed magnet and strong metallic hinge ensure a reassuringly secure snap closure. The case, which is palm-sized and square with rounded edges, is slightly larger than the case for the AirPods Pro 2, but it's still perfectly pocket-friendly and shouldn't be a problem for anyone to accommodate. It sits flat and the top opens upwards, allowing the buds to almost be on display. This design makes it simple to get the buds in and out, as well as to ensure they're properly seated. There's even a handy colored dot on each earbud, red for right and white for left, that corresponds to a dot in the case, preventing the earbud scramble we've all done trying to figure out which one goes in which spot. To complement the transparent design, there's a matte white section that runs diagonally through the middle of the case, covering the battery and USB-C port connections as well as the buds. This matches the white and transparent design of the headphones themselves, with the stems being transparent and the earbuds themselves being white. If you look closely, you can see some of the internal circuitry, as well as the external microphones and touch controls, as well as Nothing's Matrix logo and the product name Ear 2, down the stem itself. While the form factor is familiar, the aesthetic is unlike anything else on the market, and we appreciate the extra attention to detail that this necessitates. It's a simple eye-catching design that we think most people will appreciate, and one that we adore. Even better, the design is lightweight and comfortable in our ears for all-day wear without irritation. The Ear 2 appear to have taken things up a notch in the features department over their predecessors, and while the Ear 1 were a little bare bones in this regard, the Ear 2 comes packed with options for customizing them. But let's start with the basics, and perhaps one of the Ear 2's most disappointing features, battery life. While overall battery life has improved over last year, it has only been increased when ANC is turned off, and then only by 30 minutes per wear. The 4 hours of playback with ANC enabled is the same as last year and is clearly on the low side when compared to the 6 hours provided by the AirPods Pro 2 and the 8 hours provided by the Sony WF-1000XM4. Of course, those options are significantly more expensive, but if you're a power user, these are likely to fall short. We did notice that we needed to recharge these buds more than we did some of their competitors during the course of a working day. The good news is that there is fast charging on board, which can charge up to 8 hours in 10 minutes, as well as QI wireless charging up to 2.5 watt and reverse charging compatibility. Physical charging is accomplished via USB-C, and a sturdy white woven cable is included in the box. Other elements from the Ear 1 are also present. The first is wear detection, which pauses your music when you remove an earbud and resumes it when you replace it. There are also touch controls that allow you to play and skip music with a series of squeezes on the earbud stems, as well as toggle noise cancelling on or off with a long hold. The touch controls were very responsive, with no issues in use, but the wear detection was a bit hit or miss. All of the touch controls can be customized using the Nothing X app, which is available for iOS and Android, or Nothing Phone 1 users can find these controls and functionality built into the phone's UI. The app is where you'll find a lot of the new features for these buds. For example, they now provide dual connection, which allows you to connect to 2 devices at the same time. That is, if you are listening to music on your laptop and your phone rings, the buds can notify you, allowing you to switch to take the call and then resume your music immediately. This worked flawlessly in our testing and is an excellent addition to the Ear 2. Our favorite new feature, however, is the ability to customize your sound. Not only is there an equalizer with a few pre-tuned EQs, balanced, more bass, more treble, and voice, and a customizable option, but there is also the ability to create a personalized sound profile, which you use in addition to these EQ presets. This necessitates a brief sound test in which background noise is played, and you must press and hold the screen when you hear a beeping sound rise above it at various frequencies. Once finished, it tweaks the sound and offers you a new EQ, your hearing ID, that you can toggle on and off as you please, but also that you can fine-tune further. That means you can change the intensity of the effect on a sliding scale from 0% to 100%, as well as make the effect softer, richer, or stick with the recommended balance, which we did. Other enhancements include improved noise cancellation, which this time promises up to 40 dB noise reduction. You can also use the adaptive mode to automatically adjust the ANC level based on your surroundings, or get personalized active noise cancellation based on the shape of your ear canal. Finally, nothing suggests that the Ear 2 will provide better call quality, owing to its clear voice technology. It claims to push the user's voice forward in calls and cancel out background noise with 3 high-definition microphones on each earbud and an AI noise reduction algorithm. When it comes to sound quality, the Ear 2 brings some internal improvements. The 11.6mm driver is identical to that found in the Ear 1, but nothing has added a new custom diaphragm made of polyurethane and graphene. The softness of the PU combined with the rigidity of the graphene provides advantages on both ends of the spectrum, while the new dual-chamber designs provide more airflow for a cleaner sound. Not only that, but nothing has tweaked the sound profile in response to feedback from the Ear's 1 performance and early feedback on the Ear 2. There's also new high-res audio certification thanks to LHDC 5.0 support, which is a newish codec that works with some Android devices, including the Nothing Phone 1, to stream high-res music up to 24-bit at 192 kHz. When it comes to listening, it's clear from the start how much fun these headphones are. Considering their price, they are incredibly dynamic and handle complicated rhythms with surprising confidence. The stereo separation is good, and there's enough headroom for horns to cut through the mix and make the impactful entrance intended. Because of their dynamic ability, there is a real handling of light and shade here, which isn't always expected at this price. More expensive headphones, such as Sony's WF-1000XM4, may provide more subtle insight, but we don't find it lacking at this price point. Even things like piano notes, which can sound flat and simple in some headphones, have more to them than we're used to hearing at this level. By activating our personal sound profile on the balanced preset EQ, we were able to take some of the edge off the treble without killing the excitement. This also revealed a slightly more forward mid-range, and while we believe the default sound setting is adequate in its own right, we recommend experimenting with the personalization for yourself. The Nothing Ear 2 are the company's first second-generation product, demonstrating how open the company is to feedback and improvement. They fill in many of the feature gaps left by the Ear 1, while also improving sound quality and noise cancellation. For us, the only stumbling block is the battery life. If we could get a couple more hours out of these on a single charge, they'd be the complete package. That said, for $149, these are a fantastic pair of headphones that may leave people wondering if they need to spend any more money.